It's still morning in Phoenix, and it is warm and sunny here, but we won't rub that in. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, Angel and I have been together for a long time. Juice Plus was introduced to me over 26 years ago when I had a high corporate career. It made immediate sense to me. I won't get into all those details. But my passion is teaching. I've been a professional nutritionist for over 15 years. I switched from a high corporate career to wanting to do nutrition because my mom had gotten cancer, and that's really what propelled me into doing what I'm doing today. But I love teaching and I love sharing knowledge. I think the more that we know, the better decisions that we make. Everyone's talking about the immune system, right? How do we keep our immune system strong? How do we stay protected? I have a lot of people that ask me this question, just because I am a nutritionist. So I want to walk you through some of the basics. I always like teaching on the whys, because I think the more you understand the why of things work, the more you tend to make those decisions. So I'm going to switch over to screen share, and hopefully this is going to work. Can everyone see that okay? All righty, eating for immunity. All right, so I want to just go through really briefly, just a really quick overview of the immune system. So a strong, balanced immune system can definitely defend against almost any infection. So how do we make sure that that immune system is working? There's two different parts to the immune system. I'm getting an echo somewhere. I'm not sure where. Is everybody on mute? There's two different parts to the immune system. There's what we call the innate immune system, and then there's the adaptive immune system. Not really that important to know the technical details of all that, but just that there's two different parts to it. Your adaptive immune system, it's got T cells and B cells, and they're basically the army that fights off anything that's coming in that helps your cells to produce antibodies, and that's the whole name of the game. And I always hear a lot of people talk about boosting the immune system. We don't want to boost the immune system. It's really important to balance it and to keep it strong. So that's what we're doing, is we want to balance the immune system. We want those T cells to be working properly and those B cells to be working properly in order to keep your body from those foreign invaders. So what keeps our immune system from working at its best? Well, there's a lot of things. Poor sleep. How many people don't sleep well? A lot of us are really struggling with that as we're going through, have been going through this time. Sleep is when the immune cells repair themselves and when they're restored. So again, be thinking about your own habits and behaviors. If sleep is an area that you need to focus in on, that's something that's going to really help you build your immune system. Definitely excess stress, chronic stress, and I'm going to talk about oxidative stress in the immune system in just a bit. Chronic stress can suppress the immune system. So again, another piece of the puzzle is how do we manage stress? Part of that is through meditation, and everyone has their own personal routine. For me personally, I like to work out a lot and I listen to music. Also toxins. We live in a very toxic environment. Unfortunately, there are toxins all around us. And so we have to be able to manage those properly. Alcohol. Alcohol definitely keeps your immune system from working at its best. And then junk food or an empty calorie food diet. The food that you put into your body, that's really the engine that runs everything. So when you have a junk food or an empty calorie food diet, that's really impacting your ability for immune system to work strongly. So what supports a well-balanced immune system? Just the opposite, right? We want adequate sleep, 7 to 8 hours of really good quality sleep a night. Regular exercise doesn't need to be anything super stressful. It could be as much as a walking program. Walking programs are excellent for helping your immune system. A healthy gut, and we're going to talk about gut health in just a second, and a healthy, mostly plant-based diet. Now, when I bring this up, a lot of my clients, I can feel them go, ooh, oh my goodness, a plant-based diet. But there's a lot of reasons for that, and I want to go through that so that you understand the power of fruits and vegetables and why it's so important to get that large quantity and variety into your diet every day. So let's talk about gut health for just a second. Now, your gut health is absolutely the key to the strong immune system, because your gut health, your gut is protecting 80% of the immune system, where it's the engine. So having a healthy gut lining is the number one key to a healthy immune system. So let's talk about what destroys that gut health and microbiome. Toxins and chemicals in food. Antibiotics are a very big factor, because the antibiotics, they strip the good bacteria and the bad bacteria out of your microbiome. Excessive alcohol, and also pain relievers. Believe it or not, pain relievers, they also affect your gut microbiome. So what repairs it? What we want to do is, if I went through some things that you're like, wow, I do a lot of that, or that's something that's really impacting my gut health, how do we start to repair that gut health? Well, we have things called pre and probiotics. Probiotics are very important. That's the healthy gut bacteria that we all need. Probiotics are important for producing vitamin K, for producing different things in your gut. Also enzymes. Now, I talk to a lot of my clients. Enzymes are super important. They're like electricity is to a lamp. You need enzymes in order to process the food that you're bringing into your digestive system. And if you're eating a highly cooked food diet, enzymes are found in live foods and raw foods. And if you're eating a highly cooked food diet, you're missing a lot of the enzymes that your body needs in order to break down those foods that are coming into your gut system. If you're getting a lot of bloating, gas, discomfort in your gut system, a lot of times that means that you're missing those enzymes. Now, what I do personally, and I can share it later, but I have an enzyme that I buy. I just buy it at Sprouts. I take it before a meal, and it really helps to digest the food. Sugar, reducing sugar, excess processed sugar definitely affects your gut health. And so we want to get that excess sugar out of the diet. Lots of plants, they contain the phytochemicals for your cell repair and your cell health. Choosing pesticide-free food. One of the things we do here at the Juice Plus Company is we have tower gardens. I'm not going to veer off into tower gardens in this particular workshop, but they are amazing because you can grow your own food that's pesticide-free, herbicide-free, right off the vine. As the peak of ripeness, it's the best quality food that you can get. And so, again, we can talk about tower gardens at some other time. And also, a high fiber diet is really important for gut health. Most Americans eat a very low fiber diet, usually about 12 to 15 grams of fiber a day. And it's fiber that sops up cholesterol and transports it out of your body. And so you need a good between 25 and 35 grams of fiber a day for gut health, and also for other parts of your, just for other parts of health. So be thinking about that as are you getting enough fiber into your diet every day? Okay, I want to talk about the role of phytochemicals for just a second, because this is the part that I think a lot of people don't understand. Now, the role of phytochemicals, there's over 25,000 of them. There's probably more of them now that have been discovered. They're mostly found in fruits, vegetables, and berries. They're found in plant foods, and they play a lot of different roles. We've got different classifications of phytochemicals. We've got carotenoids, flavonoids, phytoestrogens, polyphenols. Doesn't really matter, what those are, but they do things like they reduce inflammation, they build bone health. Now, one of the most important things that phytochemicals do in plant foods is they kill cancer cells before they can damage your DNA. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why the American Cancer Society recommends a highly plant-based diet, because it's important to get those phytochemicals from the plants in order to keep that DNA strong. They also protect your immune system. And again, that's what we're talking about here, is how do we put those foods into our body that are protecting our immune system. Mostly found in plant foods, fruits, vegetables, and berries. And again, that's why it's so important to get that large quantity and variety into our diet every day. So let's talk for a second, think for a second, are the foods that you're eating right now, are they supporting your immune system? You're building white blood cells, enzymes, and antibodies every day, and the food you eat is literally the source of your construction materials. So if you're eating a lot of empty calorie junk foods, they're providing calories, but they're not providing those high quality construction materials that are keeping your immune system strong. I want to talk about oxidative stress for just a second because that's an important part of the puzzle. And now a lot of people have heard of antioxidants, but a lot of people aren't really familiar with oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is something that happens in your body. I'm going to explain it very simply. It's the normal wear and tear on your cells that happens over time. Think of like a piece of metal that will rust over time. That's what's happening in your body. Now, if you have extra stress, if you're recovering from surgery or a wound, having a baby, that creates extra oxidative stress. Okay, and the more oxidative stress you have, the faster your cells age, and the more likely it is that you're going to have problems with illness and disease. So, antioxidants, all that means is against oxidation. Okay, and those are mainly your vitamins A, C, and E. Your body doesn't make these antioxidants. There's some other ones as well. There's glutathione and some other ones, but they're mainly your vitamins A, C, and E. But your body doesn't make them, so they have to come from the foods that you eat. Now, a lot of people ask me about synthetic supplementation like isolated vitamin C or isolated vitamin E. When I went through my master's work, I actually did a whole course on antioxidants. So one of the things that I discovered through my training is that antioxidants have to work together in combination for them to be effective. When you're doing isolated antioxidants, like say you're doing a lot of vitamin E, that can actually create what we call pro-oxidation or pro-oxidants in your body. So they have to work in combination. And the best place to get them is from food, not from synthetic supplements, because food is that whole combination that your body needs from nature. All right, so let's talk about the foods that weaken your immune system. Let's take a quick look through, take your own mental, where are these fitting into your daily routine? A lot of processed sugar. Processed sugar interferes with vitamin C uptake. Alcohol, excess caffeine, it actually interferes with cortisol production. Processed and fast food, it's inflammatory. Carbonated drinks and sodas. Artificial sugar, simple foods, like simple carbohydrates, I call them white foods, things like white sugar, white flour, pasta, that sort of thing. Dairy is inflammatory, and also chocolate is inflammatory. So, again, you want to be thinking about where do these fit into your daily. Doesn't mean that we can't have them. It just means that they do contribute to a weaker immune system and a lot more inflammation in your body. Okay, so what are the best foods for strengthening? That's what we're talking about here, right? Eating for immunity. So these are the things, and it's always foods from nature. And I won't go through this in detail, but it's all of your fruits, vegetables, garlic, lots of seeds, sunflower, flax, pumpkin seeds. I snack on seeds all day long, and I have these nice little breakfast cookie things that I do that put all kinds of seeds in them. Green tea, yams, and carrots. Again, these are all packed with these phytochemicals that are super important for keeping your immune system strong. So plant foods really are the key to the healthy immune system, but if plant foods are so good for us, why don't we eat more of them? Now, again, I've been a professional nutritionist for over 15 years, and I can tell you from experience, people way overcomplicate it. I see so many people who are doing everything except eating the basics, which is a large quantity and variety of fruits and vegetables. They've got all kinds of, keto diets and this diet and that diet, but they're not getting those foundational building blocks through that large quantity and variety of fruits and vegetables. This is what I hear from people. Sometimes they don't like the taste of certain fruits and vegetables. It can be the convenience of it. We live in a fast-paced society, and sometimes the convenience of it, it takes a little bit longer to prepare. For some people, it's a cost issue. And again, that's why I love tower gardens, because you're growing your own food. It's practically free. I've grown 4 tower gardens. I've had them for 8 years out in my backyard, and it's basically free food. And also lifestyle, if you have a busy lifestyle and don't want to prepare. Now, for people who can't, don't, or won't, I want to talk about Juice Plus, because again, Juice Plus has been part of my life for over 26 years, and I wouldn't go a day without it. And I could talk your ear off about how great it's been for me, but that's not what we're here to do. I want to talk about Juice Plus effects on the immune system. One of the things, as a professional nutritionist, one of the things that attracts me to Juice Plus is the research. I have to know that what I'm recommending is working. And so it's the research for me that I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that it's doing all these things in your body that fruits and vegetables are designed to do. There's been several different studies done on the immune system in different populations within Juice Plus. And again, I won't go through the details of the studies, but Angel can show you where to look these up online. But they're very impressive. And again, they're just showing you that Juice Plus is impacting that immune system. It's increasing that T cell count, your natural killer cell count, and those are all things that are important for your immune system. Remember, I also talked about antioxidants and how important antioxidants are in keeping that oxidative stress down. We've had a number of studies done with Juice Plus that have reported increased levels of antioxidants in the bloodstream, which is allowing your body to protect those lipids from oxidation. Remember, that's the whole name of the game, is keeping that oxidation down. Okay, so what's in Juice Plus? If you're new to Juice Plus, if this is your first exposure to it or you're not super familiar with it, it's just vine ripened good whole food. And this is there's a fruit blend, a vegetable blend, and a berry blend. And these are all the different fruits and vegetables that are in it. Now, for me personally, one of the reasons that I like it is that there's a lot of these things on this chart that I just don't eat. There's certain things I do eat, there's other ones that I don't. And I love getting that combination and knowing that I'm getting that large quantity and variety of fruits and vegetables. So in summary, Juice Plus is just making it easy and affordable to get that daily plant nutrition that we all need for a strong immune system. I mostly work in the space of children and family nutrition. And I can tell you that we have a crisis with children and families. We need to get the word out about how important the food equation is, give them the tools and the abilities in order to create a healthy immune system. So Angel, you want to open it up for Q&A, or what would you like to do?
Yes, that would be great. If you want to stop the sharing.
I will do it.
I can see everybody. So here we go.
And again, right, I apologize you can't see me. I actually did my hair and my makeup, and
you know
I was pretty excited about all that. So here we go.
I know, I hate it. And I would love to see Arizona right now. Oh my gosh, I loved visiting there. If you have a question, you can, just raise your hand if you want, or mute out. Yes, please. Hey, tell us who you are and where you're from and who invited you.
Kim Taylor, Greenville, Mississippi, Maria Word. Hey, Maria.
Awesome. What's your question for Debbie?
I want to know about children and the omegas. I have 3 little grandchildren, 2 4-year-olds and a 2-year-old. And I'm just curious because I know their brain is developing for a long time. And I'm just wondering what about it? Like, can they take one of the omegas where adults take 2, or?
That is a great question. And for people that don't know, the main brain development in children is between birth and age 5. And that's a really critical time to be getting those healthy omega fats into the diet. And unfortunately, if you think about what a lot of kids are eating, they're eating hot dogs, white bread, chicken nuggets, a lot of things that aren't developing that brain. Now the omegas for the younger kids, I would say 1 of the capsules up until probably about age 6. Again, it's just food. It's not going to hurt you at all. It's just food. It's actually very healthy for them. I have some of my clients, their kids actually just chew them up.
Yeah.
But super important. And this is one thing that I recommend to people. If you're not getting omegas in through your diet, it's super important to supplement. I can't stress it enough how important it is to be supplementing with those healthy omega fats.
Okay, thank you.
Who else has a question? Anybody?
Anybody else? Anyone find it difficult to eat healthy? Be honest.
Brandy's like,
yeah, it is. Liz, let's be honest. It's super healthy. I mean, it's difficult to eat healthy. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I have a question. We're in the Southeast, Debbie. That was really a great presentation. Thank you for doing that. And do you have a guest room, and how many people can you accommodate?
I think whoever has worst cases should go first to the list. It would be me, Maria, and Robert. No water, freezing temperatures.
I have a beautiful guest. I have a beautiful guest room. I have a beautiful backyard. And I just joined Lifetime Fitness, which is right across the street from me, and they have 3 outdoor pools. What do you call the slides? Anyway, it's an open invitation. If you can get here, you are welcome to stay in my home. I actually have a lot of Juice Plus friends who live in Denver, and I'm starting to get calls from them about, can I come on down for the weekend? But anyone's welcome anytime.
Well, thank you so much. I'll be there.
Come on down.
Phoenix was my favorite place to visit. With our community, I love it because we have conferences twice a year when it's not COVID, right? And we've gotten to go to places like Austin, Indianapolis, Phoenix, and we danced for 4 hours straight. They had a dance party. And if you miss that, I'm so sorry, but we'll have to do it next time for sure.
We're very disappointed that we're not hosting this spring, but there'll be other opportunities for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully in the fall, we'll do something. Who else has a question? Barbara, what do you think about this, since you're a holistic nutritionist also?
I thought it was great. She hit all the points that I think people need to know and think about. So I loved it.
Good, good.
I like the organization of it too, how she set it up. It's really good.
Yes,
Thank you.
that was awesome.
Yeah, Juice Plus really does make it so easy. That's my biggest frustration is people make it so much more difficult than it needs to be. And if we can just get back to basics. And also too, what you're, one of the first things I did when I came to Phoenix, I was on the board of directors of a children's obesity nonprofit. And the kids had to be recommended into the program. It was a 12-week program where they worked out with a trainer 3 nights a week. And then they worked with dietitian, nutritionist. And, it's amazing. The role modeling is so important. It really starts with what's going on in the home. Believe it or not, I actually had families who would drop the kids off. They would work out, they would get the coaching, and then they would pick them up and take them to, a fast food or something like that. And it's not that we have to be perfect, because none of us are perfect, but the modeling that you're doing at home is going to go miles for what your kids are going to do later on. So that's what I can encourage you to do is, taking a look at your own family routine and building up that modeling, because it will pay big dividends down the road.
Yeah, that is so true. I find that true with gardening, like you were talking about the tower gardens. I know when kids get involved in the growing, they get excited about it. They want to eat it. And if they're in the kitchen helping you cook and you're saying, we're getting healthy together, and you're excited, they want to do that. They want us to model that healthy behavior. Even if they moan and groan and complain a little bit, deep inside, they love it. Because my kids are grown now, and they remember all the things I made them do. And when they would get mad at me or mad at Wade, now they appreciate it so much. So we have to give a little tough love sometimes. Because in the long run, that's what we all need.
And I can tell you from my practice, I can't tell you how many young people in their 20s are coming to me with all kinds of health issues already, and they're figuring out that a lot of it was, and again, you're building the foundation of a house between birth and your early 20s. You're really setting your tone for the future in terms of bone density, what's going on with brain function, all sorts of things. And how many young people in their 20s are trying to reverse all of that, who are already dealing with a lot of, whether it's infertility, there's stomach issues. I mean, just down the line. And I know it's because of a lot of the foods that they were eating growing up they weren't supporting a healthy immune system. They weren't supporting a healthy frame, and now but the good news is the body is very resilient. When you start to put the right things into your body at any age, amazing things happen. So I want to encourage people from wherever you're at right now, take that leap. In fact, join us for a shred. Oh my gosh, the shreds, they're the first Monday of every month. I love the shreds because We share recipes. We're all working together. We're learning together. We're learning healthy habits that are going to help you for the long run. You know, it's not a fad diet. It's a long-term plan for people, and people get great results. So if you want to know more about that, you know, feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to share more of that as well.
Yeah, that's a great segue into next week. Next week, Wellness Wednesday, we're going to talk specifically about the shred. And if technology works, I'll stream it on Facebook as well. But yeah, it's something I've been doing for years. Every month, I absolutely love it. I call it the shred life. After you've done it 4 or 5 times, it just becomes a lifestyle. And you may not be 100% all the time, but it's easy to get back on track. If you do go to a birthday party or have a late night dinner, it's a wonderful program. One of the things that you said, Debbie, and then I'll close it out, but about caffeine. I love coffee. I used to drink it all day, and now I try to just have that 1 cup in the morning. But that was interesting between that and the cortisol levels. We know cortisol is what makes you have belly fat, or one of the things that helps you have belly fat. And I was just thinking, when people do the shred, if they cut out caffeine and we do several other things to help you, that belly just goes down.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the first things they see is my belly's flat. So I thought that was really cool. I haven't really thought of that. I knew it was, inflammatory, but that was a good thing you added. And what about chocolate? That's one more thing, because I know there's good chocolates that help. Is that just the dark chocolate? Because you said chocolate weakens the immune system.
Well, it can be because it's inflammatory. Now, dark chocolate actually has some good, it does have some good properties in it, but it's also inflammatory. So,
okay.
Because pick your poison, right? for me, if I was going to take anything off the list, it wouldn't be dark chocolate. I can tell you that. That would be the last to go. I want to share one thing about caffeine too, is that I'm almost completely caffeine free. I'm going to be, I won't tell you my age. Angel knows my age. But it's amazing how over the years, as I have gotten healthier, I've needed less caffeine. And here I am over 50 and I have so much energy. And I'm not saying that caffeine's bad, because people do like it and need it. But I've been amazed at how much natural energy that I have now that I'm at a point where my body's working on its own. I don't need it anymore. So it's kind of cool how your body transforms into a different place.
That is cool. And I know Brandy, I'm looking at Brandy now, she gave up caffeine and hasn't needed it. And
Good.
I
Awesome.
think, when you're getting the right nutrition, like you said, your body knows what to do. So
Exactly.
that's really cool. Anybody else have any questions before I wrap it up? All right. I think we're
I'll
good.
be happy to share that. If anybody wants my presentation, be happy to share it. I'll send it to Angel and just get in touch with her, and she can give you copies if that's what you'd like.
Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie. And we always want to end the call with helping you to make one good change for yourself. 3 choices here. Number 1, get the free products. We have, it's called Healthy Living Revolution, full of webinars, recipes, workouts, things that you can do at home, no cost to you, absolutely free. Number 2, get started on Juice Plus if you haven't started yet. It's an easy way to get all these phytochemicals in your body. Who wants more phytochemicals? And it's real food, so you could double up, triple up, whatever you need to do. It's not going to hurt you at all. And then you also can sponsor a child to get free fruits and veggies, which I love. And then number 3, join our mission. We're looking for more partners because people don't have this information. There are still people in the world who do not get this, and we need more people out there sharing. So get with the person who invited you, and we would love, love, love to help you figure out which option is best. And thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you.
Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Rachel.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
My 9-year-old sitting right next to me, and he was sitting and listening to a whole presentation. And now he knows to take his gummies every day, and he will not give me a hard time.
Oh, that is true. Every day, every day.
It's awesome.
Are you listening, Robert?
His name's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah and Robert, every day, every day, every day. All of us, right?
You'll thank your parents later, trust me.
That's right.
All right, y'all have a great day. We're nice and warm here in sunny Phoenix. Come out and visit if you want to break from the cold. And blessings to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Okay, I have a question. Anybody uses the ring light? I have it on, but I feel like I'm still dark. Is it because I have light behind me out of the windows?
Let me stop this live stream.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, the light behind the windows is coming in. I wanted the snow. Let me stop this recording.